it's the end of the week again, and it's my time for putting in my little bits for YouTube. And this week I was reaching sort of an impasse. I'd done about 5 or 6 of these drop hinge boxes. And I'd put these little special raised sections in the back and things like that, but I was getting a bit fed up with myself, and they were all notebooks. I'd made notebooks, and I'd done a couple of other ones up there. They're all notebooks as well. They're notebooks as well in cases, and I've still got a few here which I've got to do. I've got some small ones which are B6s, and they're A5s. The ones on the left are A5s and the ones on the right are B6s. And my friend rang, and I usually try and comply with what he asks me. He doesn't ask me for much, but I sent him a video. He hates the videos, what I sent him, unless it's something he really wants to see, but he doesn't like bookbinding videos. And it's what I'm interested in. You tend to send people what you're interested in, and he does put up with a lot from me. But anyway, he did ask me, after watching it, he said he quite liked some of the things. He didn't like the music, and he didn't like the video, but he liked a couple of the things that I'd done. And I felt quite chuffed, because he doesn't normally give me any he doesn't normally give me any he just gives me grief normally, but he asked me if I'd do something for his girl, and I said, yeah, what is it? And he said, he always asks me, when he does ask me things, it's an impossible thing. And I've been doing notebooks, and I thought it's going to be a notebook or something, and he said, can you do a diary? And I thought, oh my God, I love challenges, but I don't know if you know how difficult a diary is to do in Word. Anyway, I had a thought about this, and I didn't know what kind of book he wanted, and because I've been doing drop hinge boxes, I made a drop hinge box with the book in it and everything. He said, what do you want? He said, I want the whole works. I said, oh, fine. Well, I've done the thing in Pepin paper, which it's beautiful paper, but some of it's good and some of it is not. And this has got a Rexine back on, which I'm sure I've mentioned a few times. This is the old 1940s. It's not anymore. I mean, they've modernised it and everything, but it was a pseudo leather after the war, because leather was in short supply just after the war, and this is like a cloth fabric that used to cover chairs and things like that, and you used to sit down in your chair. It was terrible stuff, but it's good for bookbinding. It's the nearest thing to leather that I can find, and that's my raised spine in the back, which I've done for him, and I've had to put 2 pieces of paper on, Pepin paper, because the Pepin paper isn't big enough. They're only 20 by 30 sheets, and it's just not big enough to do a book and a case and a drop hinge box. Anyway, he wanted the whole works with ribbons on, but he didn't state what colours or whatever. So I did rather a regal one. I'm not sure what Rose likes. His girl's name's Rose. I can put a first name on, and she's ever so nice. And she does knitting. She does things for the church and stuff like that. And she knits hats, and she does these special sock shoes, like overshoes, like slippers, and I love them. And she sends me a pair now and again, and I do appreciate them, because I'm an old fart. But anyway, it's nice to be able to do something for her in return, and it's done in the same fashion, but you can see that there are 2 colours. The book and its case is slightly different to the drop hinge box, which has got a different thing. It's got a goldy effect to it, and it's got a book around back as normal. Looks quite red there to me, but I don't know what it'll look like when it comes out. And I've also done just a white ribbon on the book, and I'll take it out and I won't waffle too much because it hits. I'll try and follow this as I'm going. I hope you like what I've done. I mean, you never know with him. He never says he likes or he dislikes anything. He just says, "Oh, hey you," or "what." But he's a nice lad, and I don't know if he's got a mother. But anyway, this is the case, and it fits into the slipcase rather well. It's one of my better fittings, and it's in brown as well. So I've done the spine in this in brown, and I've done the spine in that in brown. They're both the same, and it's both Rexine. It's the nearest thing I've got to leather. When I've got some leather, a real leather, I'll go crazy. But anyway, I can't afford leather yet, so I'll dream about that. And I put a Fablon back on. I don't know if you can see that. You can see there's a hell of a shine on that Fablon back. I'm hoping to hell that she'll like this. I didn't know what to do inside the box, so I've done it purple, sort of regally purple to go with everything else. And the book is I back the book. I hope I've done it rather well, or good enough for what she wants. I try all sorts of things. This has got a gold fleck in it. I don't know if you can see it. It's I don't know how well you can see that anyway. It's a little bit different to the other ones I've been doing, and it's done in the normal manner, and I've put on the front who it's to Rose, and I've got on the top the first diary produced using Word 2001. There are a couple of errors in this, and if you look, it's very similar to what I've been doing. The only thing is I've put the days in. So it's Wednesday the 1st of January, and then Thursday the 2nd of January, and I've gone along and along and along, and I've put every one of these in by hand. So I hope he appreciates this, the little horror bags. And the only thing that I've done that's really different is I've put a little motive in for each month. For the 12 months, and it seems to work quite well, but it makes the book rather large. I don't know whether she wanted a book this big. I've got no idea. I've no idea what she actually wanted, but in the back I put some little bit of information for her. A name. I'll just get this down. What Rose means and stuff like that. And I had a look at another dictionary, and I've got all the kitchen conversion tables for the USA. I'm sure she'll appreciate that in cups. But it works for the English, so gram weights and equivalents. And the metric conversion tables, you might find this temperature, imperial measurements, and inches to millimetres, pounds to kilograms, etc, etc. Anyway, it's all the basic stuff. Shoes and sizes, and women's shoes, men's shoes and blouses. T-shirts, And I've got one here. I love this, Ted. This is wetsuit. I didn't find all the things because he's a coastal watchman, is Ted. But this is a wetsuit sizing comparison chart. I'm sure he'll enjoy that for Darlington. Hartlepool. And hat sizes are like that. There's a really big one there for his head, extra large. But and I've got the calendars for the 2014 all in one go, and a map of England, and the holidays, the basic holidays. And then I've tried to be clever. This is a unique. There isn't another book like this in the world. And important contacts, important numbers, doctor, dentist, taxi, hairdresser, buses, trains, and I've got some extra calendars at the back for 2015 and flights, hospitals, credit cards lost or stolen, other important telephone numbers. And this is all at the back of the book. And there's a couple of pages for odd numbers, and then there's one at the back for Pod, whoever he is, and another queer names. And then you've got calendars for 2016, 17 and 18. And that's it. And this is just a little record for me, and I'll probably send him it just when he starts forgetting about things. Look, this. But anyway, I'm hoping it's what he wants, and yeah, he does ask me for some things. Anyway, I'll never know whether it's any good or not. He'll never tell us. He won't tell me. I'll just put that back in the box, and he'll probably get a crowbar to get this out. He won't bother too much with this. He'll probably get a crowbar to get it out. Everything fits rather tightly. I was very, very careful about how everything fitted, and it's terrible with one hand. I'm sick of saying this one hand business. So that's how I'm going to put it in like that. There we go. So there it is, and I don't know if Rose will like that. I'm not quite sure. I mean, when they see it on the video and when you see it for real, it's two different things. But anyway. So anyway, I've done quite a few there. I can't remember whether I've shown these, because what I do, I make up little videos and then I tend to forget whether I've done them or not, and then I tend to forget to use them anyway. And you can come back for this horse that you sent as well. I'm sick of it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this, Ted. And oh yeah, and I've got her a pen. She can have one of them pens. I bought some special pens. These are ballpoint pens. You knock the end off. There's a little thing on the end that protects it, I think, and I hope that should be all together. So I'll wrap all this up. I've got a little box for to put it all in, and I hope she likes that. Anyway, I'll sign off now. I'm getting into 14 minutes here. I'll see you.